as you just make yourself comfortable and begin to relax. Maybe you can focus on the rhythm of your breathing, the steady rise and fall of your chest, the gentle flow of the air as you breathe in and out. And wherever you're listening now, perhaps in a favorite seat or lying in bed, a gentle awareness can begin to form, like noticing the first brush of sunlight through a window. And there's no need to do anything except to just allow yourself to become curious about how the air feels on your skin and how each breath has its own unique texture and rhythm. And as your attention drifts, you might discover that you're already becoming even more comfortable, simply by noticing the space that supported you, just you as you are right now. And you know, it's interesting how when you really listen, you can become aware of the sounds in the background, soft and distant, almost like the gentle bubbling of a hidden spring beneath the ground. That spring, quietly flowing, knows its own way through the earth and stone, finding paths that suit its unique journey. It may encounter obstacles along the way, yet it flows even deeper, carrying along whatever it meets, sometimes reshaping the ground itself. And with each breath, let yourself settle just a little bit more, as if you're sinking gently into the surface beneath you, noticing how every part of you can just drift deeper now, guided by the quiet wisdom inside. And as you settle into this deeper awareness, imagine that spring water winding its way beneath the surface, sometimes hidden, sometimes visible, always present. There may have been a time when the river's flow was changed suddenly, a shift in the landscape, an unexpected bend, or even an obstacle placed in its path. But the river does not stop being a river because the banks have changed. Its nature remains, finding new routes, sometimes carving out beauty where erosion once seemed harsh. In just the same way, there can be moments in life, perhaps after an accident, an experience, or change in your body, where parts of you wonder how to continue, how to be seen, how to flow as you once did. And just consider for a moment how the river's essence is not defined by the shape of the banks, but by the movement and life within it. And you might begin to notice that there are different ways to be whole, different ways to express your presence, just like that spring water, adapting without losing the core of what it is. And if you listen closely, the river's story is one of resilience, one of gentle adaptation, even when the surface appears changed. Sometimes, when something looks different on the outside, it encourages others to look a little deeper, to really see the richness and the movement beneath the surface. And while it's natural to want to protect what's been changed, you may also find that there's a deeper strength forming, a sense of identity that's rooted in experience, feeling, and the ongoing journey rather than any single moment. And some people believe that an alteration in appearance changes the entire story. But what if the real story is about how you have learned to travel new routes, to discover new aspects of yourself, and even inspire others to see in new ways? And perhaps there's some part of you that already knows how to value your uniqueness, to recognize the wisdom and courage gathered like pebbles carried downstream, smoothing out with time, each one different. There's a kind of sacred individuality at work here, a model of the world in which your acceptance of your journey creates space for others' acceptance too. And in this inner space, as spring water finds new courses, there's an invitation for you to be gentle with yourself, to treat your own reflection as you would a close friend, with warmth, curiosity, and care. And any feelings that arise are simply part of the flow, neither right nor wrong, just messages. And if ever a wave of discomfort or self-judgment tries to block you, you can notice it and allow it to soften, like water working around a stone, persistent but gentle, finding new ways through. And over time, you might find confidence returning in surprising places, in the ease of your own breath, in the small moments of laughter, in the sun on your skin, or the kindness of a glance. And just as rivers invite life all along their banks, your presence brings meaning to the world around you, simply because you are you, in all your forms, visible and unseen. And now, as your mind begins to drift back to the present moment, you might notice the feeling of the air in the room, the subtle sounds around you, and the gentle support beneath you. With every breath, feel a little more aware, and with each stretch or movement, bring a sense of gentle renewal. You might even imagine a little spark of energy returning to your limbs, your face, your eyes, inviting you to re-enter your day with a new perspective, just as the river returns to the surface, carrying its story onwards. And as you move through the hours and days ahead, you may notice self-acceptance growing naturally, like water quietly nourishing the roots beneath the soil. It might be that you find new strengths unfolding, and in the simplest moments, feeling at home, being just as you are. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. You've taken a wonderful step just by listening, and every journey is honored in its own way. I invite you to carry forward this sense of wholeness, and if you wish, you can return here whenever you'd like for more support. And until next time, goodbye and good mental health.